Welcome back to this just a quick overview of the building of the Athenians and the Spartans. It took me like majority of one evening to get quite a few built. Not particularly fiddly, I would say, but and it's a lot of repetition, which I knew it was going to be. I've got two packets of Spartans, two packets of Athenians, 48 in each. It's almost 200 guys, um, and this is me. So I started with the Athenians, and I think I say later on, I wanted the underhand sort of grip on the spear. As I was doing it, the arms didn't match up, so I've had to mix it. So I've got one unit that sort of spears down, advancing, but then also upright, and then the remainder I started doing like overarm thrusting. And I quite like watching this back, just seeing how many times I pick up the glue and put it down and where it keeps going. And then that jar is where I put all my shields just to keep them together. Um, I was doing 8 at a time. I'd cut them all out, all the individual component pieces, and then glue it all on. And I found this the easiest way to do it until we came to Spartans, and the heads took a bit more time. But overall, good, easy, simple builds. Just some issues with the arms, which I'll go on to shortly. And that's me checking the rules just to make sure that they are all spears, because I'm probably going to use some swords. So I've completed the Athenians, one packet of the Athenians, and the models obviously look good. However, for 8 men on each sprue, one of them comes unhelmeted, and you're forced to take the one with either the helmet in the arm or give him a musical instrument, which I don't want to do. So I've gone to my Greek light cavalry. I've used a few of the helmets from there. To start with, I thought they'd go into like a phalanx pose, but they don't really go very well. So then I've moved them into an overarm thrusting pose for these two. So that's what I'll stick with. I'm sure the Spartans are going to be exactly the same. And then, what was another point? Yeah, arms. You don't get enough right arms to be a spear arm. And that's because of the musicians. So if you can see here, I've got at least 8. I've got 8 models there who are missing a right arm because there's not enough. So actually, when I thought I'd be able to get 3 full units, I've got 2.5, and I need to find what, I mean, you could give them all swords, but I don't really want swordsmen. I looked at the rules here, it's all spearmen, obviously, hoplites. I'll probably go through my bits box and see what I can do, but if it means that out of 2 packets I only get 5, then that's what it is. And then potentially I will make these spearmen, swordsmen, and they'll be their own standalone separate, and I'll find an army that they can fit into. We'll go from that, and I'm confident that the Spartans are going to be exactly the same, with the same problems. And let's have a look at the heads whilst we're here. Yeah, so there you go, unhelmeted. So there's going to be an arm carrying a helmet, I should imagine. No, can't see it. Okay, maybe not then, but maybe see, look, I feel like I'm going to be forced into making him a musician. So right arms up here, there's 7 you can use. Maybe a bit of modelling, you can make one into a another spear arm, but it's 7 per sprue essentially. It's annoying. So I'm a bit disappointed with these. And I keep saying, I wish they just do sprues of component parts, like all like bodies or all arms, and you can just just add to your armies, make them how you want them to be. But right, I'm gonna do a bit of this. Didn't take long last time, so I might just do these 6 sprues. Then I've got 3 of each to start with, and then I'll do the other 3 tomorrow probably. And then back to it. Out come the Spartans. I used some of their arms to finish off the Athenians. All the spears I ended up putting on later. But as you see at the bottom right of the screen, that's all the Spartans' heads. They come in 2 parts. Quite difficult to do, and also to get the cloaks on, a bit fiddlier, but they look good. So I got a lot of the spears on last night before I finished. So the Athenians are done. And now I've got the 7 Spartans who are missing the right arms, but I'll regain that. That's going to be 6 units of hoplites. For my Rome Total War, Hail Caesar project, I want to limit armies to like 20 units, and even then I think that's going to be massive. So for the Greeks, I was thinking about this last night, if I've got 6 elite hoplites, which is what they'd be classed as, plus I've got 4 units of cavalry, 2 units of peltasts, skirmishers, slingers. Creasing up to have archers? I thought, well, no, I'll have to add that to the list. So anyway, archers. We're already at 12, and then I wanted to get some light hoplites, like the unarmoured ones. There may be a Theban Sacred Band, but I'm not really keen on them. Okay, so this is day 2 on the build project. I suppose I've almost finished the Spartans. I've got 3 more sprues to do, and then it's halfway, and I'm just going to repeat it. I've got another one of these cabinets coming. I'm going to go pick that up today, so that's going to be my Greeks, my Seleucids housed. But what I thought I'd show you quickly before I get going is this is the Warlord Games Spartans. Yeah, they're probably slightly easier to build. Exactly the same, just arms and heads. Arguably a little bit less detail, but in the head options it seems to be a lot easier. And then here you can see is a Victrix model compared to a Warlord Games model. So without its head, arguably they're quite similar sizes. I think I would be happier. So I know I said I don't buy Warlord, these are for my son. But it seems to be alright comparison wise, and if they're in their own separate units anyway, they should look good. But I'll get cracking. Yeah, I might actually just keep it at the 3 units of Spartans, because your army can't be more than 50% Spartans. But then what if I want my own Spartan army? I'm gonna have to do it bigger. Alright, well, I've got them, I'll build them, I'll use them. Let's do it. And this was the second day, so I was just finishing them off. I'm and ahhing massively about whether I'm going to do both packets. I'm still undecided. I probably will, but I think I might just get these guys done, finished, sprayed, and then painted. But like I've said before, I've got so many things that are mostly painted. I just need to do finishing touches, and then I've got all my Dacians and cavalry to get finished off. But kind of not too bothered about the Dacians because I've got more arriving. So I like to get the units built or the armies built to a certain extent, and then go through them all as one, and that just enables me to sort of tie them all together and have a bit of commonality. Because if I paint something one way, by the time I get more for the next army, I'll forget. But there you go. This is the finishing touches to the first 100 or so hoplites. and I hope you've enjoyed the video.